referendum for separatism in Alberta. Have you followed the separatist movement in Alberta?
Very familiar with all the various challenges in Canada, and will continue to trust Canadians' thoughtfulness and unity in the world.
How do you feel about the...
It's not what we asked.
I would ask him how he feels about the division that he sowed, and the fact that that under his leadership, he now he has he has 3 provinces that have very active separatist movements.
Right. He's going to be a separatist icon.
Totally.
We're going to have a bronze statue of him and Thomas Lukaszuk on the lawn at the legislature building in Lloydminster.
I mean,
free
never
forgets.
Yeah, I always say Trudeau was the best gun salesman we ever had. Every time he opened his mouth about guns, we went and bought guns. And then he was
one of the gun counter with me for sure.
Yeah, and he was one of the best pro-separation proponent we ever had. I mean, Carney might actually be better. Carney might actually do a better job of pushing Albertans. You know, I still encounter Albertans once in a while who have they're on the fence a little bit, less and less, by the way. And when they're on the fence, I just watch Carney and I don't even interfere. I'm just like, here, watch this. And then people fume.
Right. Yeah. We've got another video from Rise of Alberta, and it's the mainstream media who, by the way, they're doing their best to ignore the independence town halls. You think that they would just come out for a looky-loo, but they won't. Even when they're in the socialist hellscape of Edmonton, they don't go. But they are talking about it now, so let's watch that.
A citizen-led petition calling for Alberta to seek independence from Canada is gaining momentum across the province.
Alberta needs to be strong and free from the shackles of the Liberal government. We are tired. We don't matter in this relationship, and it has to stop. I think we've had enough.
The Stay Free Alberta campaign is collecting signatures for the chance to vote on the question. Do you agree that the province of Alberta should cease to be a part of Canada to become an independent state? That's the question that they're hoping for. The push comes as new polling suggests support for Alberta sovereignty is on the rise.
Hey, do you think your producer could go to my Twitter timeline and find near the top of it from this morning a video of a young lady I filmed?
We've got it next. We can bring it up right now, Marty. It's on the list. Let's do it right now.
Play it because I called her in the video the most Albertan woman alive. I know there's some great Alberta, but play this and then I'll give you the context. Yeah. Play this and I'll give the context to the viewers real after. Now, this young lady is absolutely a trooper. What's your name?
Alana Miller.
Alana, look at her. She just come off working on the farm. She wanted to sign the petition and she saw the rules. So you were worried about the rules that require a...
Yes. Well, your physical address, because we only have box numbers. We don't get a lot of mail. So physical address.
How prepared were you to prove that you have a physical address? Don't show that, yeah.
I brought my husband's name with our gas bill. I brought my marriage certificate. I brought my passport, and I brought an Amazon package, which is the only thing that we get to.
Perfect, awesome. And so you're young and you're wanting independence and out of this mess. That's awesome. Thank you for coming out.
Yeah, well, thanks for letting me sign.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Again, the goosebumps. So real quick context. Yesterday we announced, or the Stay Free Alberta announced that there was going to be petition signing in Cremona, which is a town of like 1,000, right? In the foothills. Right. And we were there from 4 o'clock till 7 o'clock. She showed up right near the end, and she shows up. She had a baby in the back seat, and I think her father-in-law in the front seat, and she was in a panic. She got out of the car and she's like, did I miss it? Did I miss it? I'm like, no, you didn't miss anything. We'll stay open for you, like whatever.
For sure.
And then I saw her with all her papers and I was like, oh my God. She was worried that she couldn't sign the petition. And everybody there fell in love with her. Like, I mean, this is the future this is what we're fighting for. And like the rest of Canada's lost. I keep saying it. You guys are lost. Cheer on Carney, World Economic Forum, do the whatever.
It's not going to be my problem soon enough.
Not my problem. Yeah.
You know, when we were in Drayton Valley, Lisa and I, And I was in Pinoca last night, just checking it out. I didn't even do a story. I just wanted to lay eyes on the lineups at a place that is probably the most conservative riding in federally and provincially in the most conservative province in the country. And you would think, if you got your news from the CBC, that it's just a bunch of miserable, sort of my age, Marty, maybe you,
No.
male curmudgeons. But it's not.
No.
It's not at all. It's
No.
my kids. It's young families. It is people exactly like that lady with babies in tow. It is miserable
Well.
curmudgeons my age also, by the way, but they got a lot to be miserable about, by the way. And then it's grandparents, because
Oh.
our boomers are better than the carny voting boomers.
Our bloomers.
Our bloomers, as we're calling the blue boomers, because they say we will never even see the benefits of any of this. But
And yet
we
we'll do
have-
it. This is the most
we
important
have
thing
to
to us.
do it
Yes.
for the
Oh.
little ones behind
Well, think
us.
of I mean, while we were curling this weekend, there was one at Rundle Park in Edmonton.
Yeah, it was
Outside.
lined up crazy.
Lineups.
It was just a folding table,
A
and people
folding
were
table,
lined
two
up for 3
people
hours.
outside, and 3,000 people waited, and nobody's mad in line. I saw the same thing yesterday. I mean, at Cremona, I was supposed to be indoors at the community hall, but there was a water leak outside, so the water got cut off, and the community
We will not be stopped.
No, and they said, please don't use the hall. And so they set up outside.
Fair enough.
It didn't stop anyone. It didn't.
Oh,
and then you walk
that's
in the
amazing.
line. Nobody's mad. Nobody's upset. Actually, people, they're not upset. People are panicky. They want a sign.
Right.
But they're patient.
so eager to put their name on that petition.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then the only complaint we get once, by the way, I got to correct myself. I use we as the royal we as as an Alberta separatist. I'm not a member of
The
the Alberta
movement.
Prosperity.
We're
the
part of the
movement, right?
movement. Yeah.
And one of the complaints is, how come there aren't more places where we can sign? And the answer to that is, folks, there's some very strict rules from Elections Alberta. Canvassers have to be vetted, approved, trained, use the proper forms. And there's a bit of a backlog of canvassers. I mean, we have about, I heard there's about 4,000 canvassers.
I believe
and
it.
Yeah. So
I believe it.
Elections Alberta is backed up right now because all they're doing is counting petitions from a bunch of NDP people who tried to
But you know
recall MLAs.
Let's get to that in a second, because the Lord works in very mysterious ways. And as it turns out, these petitions are failing. It's
Yes.
almost like they weren't grassroots momentum driven petitions to start with. The first one has failed. Most of them are not going to, I think all of them
Sorry,
probably
Sheila,
are.
is that official? Like, is the deadline for collecting signatures
One of them
passed for
has failed. One
Okay,
of them
okay.
has failed for sure. I just saw that on Global News today. Maybe we can bring it up. So the first one failed. Let's scroll down.
Oh,
So this one was for Dimitrios Nicolaitis, who is currently, I think, climbing a mountain, right?
Kilimanjaro or something? Yeah.
Kilimanjaro for charity. And this is what these losers are doing back home. So this is the first of 24 union organized
by the way,
recall petitions.
the proponent of that petition, Jenny Yeremi or whatever,
Yeah.
I crossed paths with her. Just for the viewers, she ran in the provincial election in Calgary. So she tried to get elected as an MLA. So when somebody who's in politics is a proponent of a petition to try and get somebody else who's
Right.
Democratically elected, that tells you a lot, right?
Right.
And she was an MLA for the Alberta Party, which now became what are they calling themselves now? The Red Tory Party under
Progressive
Peter Guthrie.
they wanted to be progressive conservatives, but I think the UCP still owns that name.
Yeah,
Peter
so
Guthrie, yeah, just these disgruntled Lukasic types.
fair warning, folks. That's who we're running these petitions. Fair warning. Yes.
Yeah. The Redford types who we ran out of town, people voted for the NDP over these type of people. And
Yes.
they're back again, and they're trying to disenfranchise people who cast a ballot for the UCP. They're trying to undo your vote because they can outwork the the UCP at the ballot box. We've got another, before I let you go, Marty, because I know you got to go. Tamara Leach, our little now new coworker. Tamara
Is she going to
Leach.
be able to come to your event on the 31st, or does she have
Yes.
permission? Okay, okay, good.
Yes, she is. She's doing journalism. It's for work. We're paying her, and she's got permission from her PO.
I'll
I can't
be there.
even believe I have to say that, but yeah.
I'll be there. I'll be there.
You know what? It is an absolute shame that that was one of the restrictions, is that she couldn't get out and do like all the charity work that she was doing before. But now that she works for us and we do a lot of charitable work, she's back in the world doing what's best.
Yeah.
So this is, she sent us a picture from, I think this is Hythe.
Yep.
Hythe.
Yep.
60 clicks out of GP. I think GP has a signing tonight. Maybe you can find out more details at Stay Free Alberta anyway. But look at this lineup at Hythe at the hall.
Amazing. Amazing.
It was cold last night up there.
I bet that's
So-
the whole town.
I
It's a
imagine
slightly
so.
bigger town. I mean, it's kind of on the Alaska highway. It's, you know, it's once you leave
Oh.
Grand Prairie.
A lot of gas
Actually,
stations.
Yeah. Actually, it's
Yeah.
famous for Lebo Ludwig, if you guys
Weibo,
remember.
yes. Oh,
Weibo,
for sure.
yeah. He was that
Yeah,
part of the
Weibo.
world. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, Weibo and his little, I don't call it a cult, but
Uh,
insular family.
Yeah.
Let's call it that. High control family he had going on up there. And one last thing before we hit an ad break, we'll let Marty go because he's got to go into town duty. I can feel your soul
Gotta
leaving
go
your
to
body
town.
when you
Yeah.
mention
It's
it.
fun. I mean, I gotta drive. Yeah. So the nearest town for me is Cochrane. So Cochrane
Oh,
is
it's not
about
bad.
36 kilometers away. So I have to drive to Cochrane to go drop off something weird. I got to go drop off something at Canada Post.
Oh, yeah, no, that's me. I got to go to town to use
Yeah.
the post office too.
Yeah.
I like it that way. The further I am away from Canada Post or any government agencies, the better.
The
We
better.
got
By the
this
way, that's another thing. The canvassers who apply through Alberta, through Elections Alberta to get their badges to be canvassers, the badges are delivered by Canada Post.
So
So
then
like
there's
if you're
another-
waiting,
winner.
yeah, and I know this for a fact, right? We have insiders who've talked to us. They are dragging their feet on some of these things.
Oh, I
Course.
believe it.
Sure.
I believe it.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
this is no shade on the lovely lady who works at the Ardrossan Post Office. She's great. I just hate the agency she works for. That's how I
Yeah.
feel about most cops, actually. Corey Morgan reminds us, while petitioning events for referendum in Alberta continue to be swamped, let's not forget that our Sasky friends
Yes.
are coming in hot on our heels with Saskatchewan Prosperity Project events, and they are packing the halls too. They
Yeah.
see what the Lord is doing for us, and they want it too.
And in the coming months, we're also going to have to extend an olive branch to our fellow patriots in Quebec, because their separatist movement is going to go huge. They're
Let's
going to
do it.
elect. They're going to elect a very separatist party. The Bloc Québec, the Parti Québécois is going to get
PC.
reelected, and I think we should mutually support each other.